Hi friends, I'm Jeanette Connery, yoga therapist, and in this video I'm going to teach you a deep core activation exercise that's going to strengthen all of your deep core muscles so you can keep your spine healthy and happy. For this sequence you will be needing a prop, which in this case for me is my homemade yoga block. Check out my video on how to make your own. This is just a towel rolled up. So if you don't happen to have a block, you can just get a towel and even fold it up for the sake of being fast. Or you could use a blanket or a pillow if it's the right size. Let's get started.
Don't forget to check out my free guide on how to get started healing chronic pain, stress, and trauma. The technique in this guide is based on real evidence and is shown to shift your brain and your nervous system away from the stress response. It's the first thing I teach all of my private clients, so go ahead and click the link in the description. You don't want to miss this.
Lie down on your back on the floor and take your prop and put it right between your thighs. Make sure your feet are about hip width apart and your toes are pointing right at the foot of your mat, so your feet are parallel to each other. Place your hands on your belly. Take a breath and feel your belly expand. As you exhale, pull your belly in and down towards the floor, flattening your lower back towards the floor. And inhale, release. So here's the trick with this move. We want to make sure that the legs are not helping. We're trying to isolate the core. So place one hand on your bottom and one hand on your belly. As you exhale and pull your belly in, use your hand to push on those muscles so that you can get them to activate. Use your other hand to squeeze your bottom to make sure it's soft. There should be no muscles activating there. Let's try this again. Take a breath. Exhale, pull the belly in, starting at the very bottom, and that contraction will move all the way to the top as you flatten your spine towards the floor with just your core muscles. You're scooping out and hollowing out your belly here. Inhale, release. Let's do 9 more repetitions. Exhale, pull the belly in. While you're at it, let's add the pelvic floor to this exercise. Inhale, release. And as you exhale this time, in addition to pulling your abdominals in, pull your pelvic floor up. It's like pulling an elevator up from the basement. It's not the same thing as a cable. Okay, so inhale, release. Exhale, pelvic floor first. Lower abdominals, upper abdominals. The butt is still off. Good. Inhale, release. We've got 5 more. Check your butt, make sure it's off. This is 4. So a lot of people that I work with find this particular exercise to require a large amount of concentration. So if that's your experience right now, you're right on board. There's nothing wrong. Check in the butt. There's nothing wrong with using your hands to tell your body what to do. A very gentle, loving touch. So last one, pull up the pelvic floor, pull down the abdominals. Release. Good. We're about to incorporate that movement into something more. So we're going to work on doing a bridge. If you have back pain or back injuries, take it easy here. Do a tiny, tiny lift before you do your bridge. Test the waters and only very slowly, incrementally increase the height of your hip lift in the bridge. So I will cue you to that effect as we get started. But the first step is a pelvic tilt. So inhale and relax. Exhale, do a pelvic tilt and then push your feet into the floor And that's it. We're going to relax, okay? We just tested the waters a little bit. How does it feel when I push my feet into the floor? You'll notice that now we are incorporating the legs into the movement. After we do the pelvic tilt, we push into the floor through the feet to lift the hips. That's when the legs come on. So, take a breath. Exhale, pull in the pelvic floor. Do a little block squeeze, why not? And push your feet into the floor. Lift your hips just a tiny bit and put them back down. And if it feels like that's enough for you, then that's enough. That's your bridge. So this is a totally acceptable bridge. In fact, keeping your hips down completely and pushing your feet into the floor just to feel the activation at the back of the body, that is enough too. Okay? So you pick the bridge that works for you. Exhale, pelvic tilt. Now I am going to lift a little higher, and if you feel like it's safe, you can too. Lift a little bit higher. Now my kidneys are up off the floor, and we're going to bring them back down. And as we get higher, we will notice even more opportunity to work some corrective technique into our bridge. So as we lift into a full bridge like I am now, what we do is we think about bringing the abs in and up and lengthening the tailbone towards the knees. Okay? So we're lengthening out the low back, training those muscles to hold the low back long when we're standing up. You can bring that down. So you never have to hold your bridge as long as I do. If you ever want to come down, just come down. Okay? Let's do a few more just like that. Exhale, pelvic tilt. Lift your pelvic floor. Lift your hips. Lengthen your tailbone towards your knees. Pull your abdominals up. And then slowly lower down onto the floor. One vertebrae at a time, unwinding your spine. Big inhale, relax, and exhale, pelvic tilt. The hips lengthen towards the knees. Lower down one vertebrae at a time. That is great. So you can do up to 20 repetitions like this, but when you're starting out, 10 might feel like a lot. After something like that, you want to stretch out your back. So let's pull the knees in. Wiggle side to side a little. And the next move we're going to do is going to strengthen your psoas muscle. So this is a deep hip flexor. It's really important for keeping your spine and your pelvis and your hip stable. It's also sometimes responsible for back pain. So in order to work our psoas in a full range of motion, let's extend the left leg out on the floor. Okay, and we're going to arch the back just a little. So walk your shoulders towards your hips a little bit so that you have a rainbow in your spine and your back rises away from the floor. All right, so take a breath here. And as you exhale, slide your heel up the floor and pull your knee towards you. Your knee's at a 90-degree angle here. Pull your knee towards you without letting your rainbow fall down to the floor. You're probably feeling this deep inside the front of your hip. That's great. So then on the inhale, we put the foot down. We stretch the leg out. Okay, exhale, pull the leg up. Inhale down. That's number 2. We'll start with 5 times on each side today. You can always do more as you get stronger. What you're looking for here is a continuing squeeze. So even if your knee does not come up any farther, you're still working the muscle, activating. Two left. Don't let your rainbow fall down to the floor. Notice your pelvis is tilted away from you in this position. It should be. If you're having trouble keeping your arch away from the floor, then it's a sign that you're tired and you need to take a break. Good. Now, we're going to move to the other side. Stretch your left leg out, right leg out. Okay, doesn't matter. The other leg, ready? Exhale, bring the leg up. Keep that pelvis tilted. Now, don't let your pelvis rock side to side either as you move your leg. You might notice your hip points to hitch higher as you lift your legs, so don't let it do that. That's number 2. Stretch those legs out. Bring your arms up overhead. Stretch your whole body. That feels so good. Give a little wiggle on your hips. Bring the arms down. Feet come up onto the floor. Roll onto your side without twisting your spine. Okay, and now we come up onto hands and knees, all fours. The next move is called bird dog. We will start with just the legs. The point of this exercise is to stabilize your pelvis and your spine as you hold your leg out behind you. So, start by just bringing your right leg out behind you and keeping your toes on the floor. Feel this out. Feel your pelvis. Where is it? You want the pelvis to be level with the floor, the hip points pointing forward, just like the headlights of a car. Okay? And inhale, and as you exhale, pull your belly in. Lengthen through the top of your head. Push into the floor through your hands to stabilize through your shoulders. Fingers are spread wide. As you inhale, lift your leg a little and see if that is okay. Test the waters, right? And if it's fine, you can let your legs stay behind you. You'll notice you're using your glute muscles here, your hamstring muscles, but I also hope that you're using your abdominal muscles to stabilize your spine here. Let's take a break. Bring that knee back in, and we'll try the same on the other side. Left leg goes out behind you, toes on the floor. Okay, spread your fingers wide, press into the floor. Pull your the front bottom of your rib cage together in the front, stabilizing that part of your abdominals too. Now pull in your lower belly and lift your leg out behind you. Toes are pointing right at the floor, so we don't have the leg rotated out like that. We just have the toes pointing straight at the floor, the front of your thighs shining at the yoga mat, and your hips are level with the floor. So no dog hydrant type motion here. Everything is flat and level. Let's bring that knee back down. And this time we can experiment with adding the arm. So this is going to take additional upper body strength. And if you're questioning whether that's right for you, then you can skip this, right? But adding the arm absolutely makes it even more challenge for the abdominals. So when the time is right, this is good for stabilizing your spine under rotational force. Very important. So again, the idea is we're going to keep the hips level, pelvis level with the floor, stable by using the abdominal muscles. Okay, lengthen through the crown of your head. Inhale, bring that right leg out behind you. Toes pointing at the floor, pelvis level, pressing into the floor through your shoulders, and then bring that left arm up. Thumb pointing right at the ceiling. Reach long through your hand and through your foot. And hold as long as you can comfortably. If you feel yourself sinking down into your shoulder or your shoulder sinking up into your ear and your left hand, the lifted hand sinking towards the floor, then you need to put that hand down. Okay, let's just put that down for now. Do a few hip circles here, take a break before we do the other side. Very good. Okay. Ready? Left leg goes out behind, belly's pulled in, right in the ribs and right in the lower belly. Pelvis is level. Toes are pointing at the floor. Bring the right arm up. Press into the floor through your left hand. Keep your back flat. Reach long through your right fingertips and your left heel. Keep everything flat. If you're wobbling a lot, you can take a break. A little wobble is great as long as it's very small. It's a sign that your nervous system is developing resilience. It's responding to the challenge. Okay, so now we're going to bring the hand down and the knee down. And a few more hip circles, just really small ones. And finally, we're going to bring the tummy down onto the floor. So, up on your elbows like this. Pull yourself long. And then drape your belly on the floor. You've tractioned yourself out just a little. Your spine's a little longer. Now, if you have shoulder issues, you can have your hands all the way out here. This is a great place to put them. You can also, if you don't have shoulder issues, have your hands right here in the more traditional position. This just puts a little bit of pressure on the shoulders. So choose what is best for you. Okay, so we're long. We're going to squeeze the butt just a tiny bit, push the pubic bone down into the floor. Pull your abdominals up and in, just like you were doing a pelvic tilt. And inhale, lift your head and chest, pull long through your hands, and squeeze your shoulder blades together behind you. Exhale, come down. Good. So again, we're trying to use the abdominal muscles to stabilize the spine. We're trying to turn on the spinal muscles into a little bit of extension without, while using the abdominal muscles to resist that extension. So we have kind of a push and pull effect going on here. So let's try this again. Inhale, lift the head and the chest, pull through the hands, keep the tummy pulled up, keep the pubic bone pressed down into the floor, and then lower down. Okay, and if you're using the wide grip, it looks like this. Inhale, pull, and exhale down. And what I'm noticing here is I can actually get a lot more pull, a lot more length with my hands in this position. So it's worth trying. Exhale down. Just a few more. Good. Come up onto your hands and knees, and then we're going to take the knees wide, shift back into a back stretch, elbow to the floor, drop the head. Come up on your inhale onto the hands, okay, and exhale back. If you don't have any spinal disc injuries, feel free to round your back as you come down to stretch it out. Well done. Thank you for doing this core routine with me. I hope you found it very useful and beneficial. I'd appreciate your comments, your questions in the section below. And of course, if you're interested in more information about using yoga to heal yourself through chronic pain, please check out my website, JeanetteConnery.com. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can even share it with all of your friends. Until next time, bye-bye.